Kia ora, hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us for our Monday update recorded on the 2nd of September. Well, it was a bit of a stormy weekend with strong winds, heavy rain and showers, and of course those spectacular thunderstorms we saw around many northern and western parts of New Zealand. As we go through Monday, we've still got warmer than average conditions across New Zealand, north to northwesterly winds blowing in a number of places, and that is ahead of a cold front, which is coming in tonight. So the winds ramp up around that cold front. Behind it, we've got a south to southwesterly change. This is how it looks in the early hours of Tuesday morning, overnight tonight. You can see the cold front here moving into the west coast, northwesterly winds ahead of it, southwest winds behind it. So let's animate the next 48 hours. You'll see the wet weather moves up to the North Island. High pressure comes out from Australia, and by Thursday morning, we have a southerly flow coming in around the country, or at least for the north, and a west to northwesterly returning again to the lower South Island. Rainfall, most of it's over on the west coast, getting up to 100 millimetres or so, maybe a little bit more here and there. Otherwise, those rainfall numbers actually aren't too big in most of the main centres. In the North Island, lots of yellows and greens, not huge amounts of rain, but as that front comes in, it falls apart. So the heaviest totals will be around like the Tararua Range, Taranaki, Central Plateau, and Waitomo. Drill down with your local forecast for more details on your rainfall. Here is how lunchtime Tuesday looks. There is that cold front falling apart as it moves into the North Island. So it's not going to be overly stormy, although there could be some thunderstorms as the warmer air changes to cooler air, and there might even be a slight dusting of snow up on the mountains and ranges. West to northwest winds remain on Tuesday for the North Island, but they turn around to southwesterlies by the time we basically get into Wednesday. Here's the temperature map for Tuesday, though. Look at this. We're getting to the 20s now showing up. And as I say, this is just showing you kind of the general temperatures. Localized temperatures could still go up another degree or two beyond that. So it is a warm Tuesday around the North Island, fairly mild around the North Island, but because that cold front's moving through, the temperatures aren't quite as high for some of you as they were just a day or two ago. Lunchtime on Wednesday, the leftovers of that front lying over the North Island. We've got that southerly change coming in. So really going through Tuesday night, Wednesday, the North Island gets the temperature drop that the South Island's already had. Now we've got this big high coming out of Australia. So on Thursday, that high stretches further in, pushes the cold stuff further out to sea. Most places on Thursday are dry or mostly dry. May just be a couple of showers coming off the Tasman still. And you'll start to notice, even though there's a sort of a south to southwesterly lean to the weather in the North Island, you will start to notice that westerly change starting to return again. Big storms down in the Southern Ocean, big highs up here. In between, that's the windy westerlies. And you'll see it coming back in again on Friday. Westerlies return, a bit of wet weather returns to the west coast, a few isolated showers around the western side of the North Island, and those of you along the east, it should be again fairly mild and mostly to completely dry. Going into the weekend, high pressure up here, stormy low just to the south of us, putting the squash back on again to the winds. So gale to severe gale westerlies return again on Saturday from about Wellington, southern Waited Upper, southwards in the usual places. Heavy rain over on the west coast, mostly dry for the North Island, maybe a couple of showers just coming in from the west. And on Sunday, our final map here, the front comes up, the high is still here, and we've still got a westerly flow blowing in across the country. This is very much spring showing up bang on time, maybe even a little bit earlier this year actually, a couple of weeks earlier potentially. It always moves around. Every year is different in New Zealand. That is the chaos of the Southern Ocean, south of us especially. Sometimes we can get spring weather as early as late July. Other years it drags on right till the end of September, but this year we got it at the end of August. So we kick off September with a proper spring-like weather pattern. That's all from me. Don't forget our Climate Watch update is also out today. We'll be taking a longer range look at the weather patterns carrying on for the next few weeks around New Zealand and Australia. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow.